the tension to get those plans off that damn ship with a fucking horse choking, lightsaber swinging Sith Lord. The tension was real. Holy shit.
Yes, it really was.
Oh.
Holy shit.
Fun fact. Darth Vader was never Sith Lord.
No, he wasn't.
No.
But I'm using that.
What are you doing, Marcus? You recording?
No, I'm trying to get. I'm looking something on my phone. Yes, I am.
Bullshit. I was like, you're recording.
Did you have any doubt?
No.
This has become a tradition for me. After I see the Star Wars movie, I have to record everything.
After he saw Force Awakens, he's like, I gotta start recording.
I had to start recording I know that after the movie
Holy
it is funny as
shit.
shit, so I'm doing it.
No, this one isn't even funny because, like, we're sitting here like, damn, that was a good movie.
Like, the conversation on the way back home is always funny, or you guys are just flabbergasted by the movie was.
Fair enough.
Don't get me wrong.
Force Awakens.
I like the Force Awakens. I really do. I really think it's a good way to start the new new Star Wars series.
The Disney era.
Yeah, but the Force, not the Force, the fucking Rogue One. Oh my God.
Who do you think they're gonna?
Oh
which
my
one of the
God.
old characters you think they're gonna kill in the next one?
In the next one, I'm sad to say it might be either
I'm
Chewbacca.
thinking Luke.
No,
I'm thinking they're gonna
not
kill
yet.
Luke.
It's not gonna. No, not yet. They'll wait.
I think
They'll
he's gonna
wait.
pull an Obi-Wan Kenobi. I
They'll
swear to
wait
God.
for the last one. I have a feeling it will be at the third movie of this saying trilogy. At the third one, that's when they're gonna drop everyone that we know and bring in new ones. But damn it,
Yeah, by the end
We
of it,
have
none
lost
of the
our
old
shit.
cast-
We have lost our shit, guys.
damn it, Rogue One. Holy shit.
It's fucking good.
Oh my god.
I was hoping.
What do you guys say is the best one in the entire Star Wars series?
I wouldn't say that.
In the entire
It's
franchise?
in the running though.
In terms of tension, it is on line with Revenge of the Sith. In terms of tension, it is on that line.
In general
Oh,
quality,
God.
it's the second best one.
Yes, in general quality, it's the second best.
Oh really?
Yeah.
But in terms of tension, because that tension when Vader is cutting through rebels, they're trying to get those plans away, and he's just cutting through them, and they like have no chance to stop him.
No. No one has a chance to stop Vader.
You know, it, like you just feel,
The best one's Empire.
like yes,
The
you
best one's Empire Strikes Back.
Yes.
you feel like how hopeless like the situation almost is.
But this one's a close second.
It's damn amazing with the
I
tension.
enjoyed the hell out of this one because it's not the same characters all the time.
It is. You're right.
Yes.
Like they introduced a whole new cast and it was fucking good.
And I
It's kind of like the Final Fantasy.
You're
games.
right,
Like
yeah.
you need like fresh characters.
and I was honest. Before I came into the movie, I was hoping there's a chance that maybe a few members of Rogue One will die, but not all of them. But I was thinking, wait, if they all don't die, then where are they in episode 4, 5, and 6?
Yeah.
So they had to die. I understand that.
Yeah, but I disagree with the blind guy dying first out of all of them.
Part of me thinks he might be force sensitive. If he's not, then him being blind makes him more attuned to the force. Part of me thinks he's force sensitive.
Yeah, he's got to be.
He has to be.
I mean, I really knew he was gonna get to the control and do it because he was praying the entire way, but I didn't think that he would die right after.
Right.
I mean, fucking hell, man.
He served his purpose.
Yes.
And that's extraordinary. And I have a feeling that this movie may have taken place maybe at the end of episode 3. The Death Star was maybe, let's say, 60% done.
Yes.
60. So as we can tell, when that opening scene they're putting the panel on, that's like it.
Yes,
That's it.
finish of the Death Star.
And so far they destroyed 2 planets. And the amazing thing is, I didn't know this about the Death Star. That damn thing is real accurate. And it can jump through space.
Yeah,
I
you can go ahead.
I didn't know that.
You think it just
didn't
like
know that.
stayed around Alderaan?
To be honest with you, I did.
What is
I honestly did, and I never really did that much research.
Yeah,
into
it's
it.
a ship, man.
Even I knew that.
But now that I know that now, that's fucking amazing.
I still feel bad that we never got to see it jump
We didn't.
Which is
because I just want to see this big ass space marble
In
going
the
at light speed.
The damn Return of Tarkin. holy shit.
Yes, I love Tarkin. He's fucking
And
great.
he's an antagonist that you hate to love. He's an antagonist that you hate to love because he always has a plan. You can always tell he has something up his sleeve.
Yes.
And he's so conniving, even from his days in the Clone Wars. He's fucking conniving.
Like, everybody likes him, but no one will ever, like, openly admit that they like Tarkin.
And that is why him and Vader have such a great relationship. That is why. Vader respects him.
Going into hyperspeed. When I saw like the big goo, I was like,
Wait, which one?
Like right before Vader showed up for the first time.
Yeah, when Vader showed up, I was like, oh shit.
And then when
the tension just
The dude's face when Vader
Yes,
appeared.
yes, it just, the tension just increased to like 20. It was already at 10. It jumped.
You know that scene when the guys like kneeling before the big statue, like the big freezing stuff?
Mhm.
And I saw the face, I'm like, Man Ray!
Yeah, because you're like,
no!
you like, it's like when he's cutting through your men, he's like, it's hopeless. He's like feeling it's so damn hopeless, but you're still gonna fucking try.
Yes.
And oh my god.
And, like, in video game terms, Vader's the ultimate aggro character.
Yeah.
Because you see this 6 foot
You see him.
black suit of death
And he,
come at
yes.
you, slow as shit, and never gets hit.
Yes, and he's blocking all your shots. And
He's
you're like,
the ultimate aggro character.
you're like, fuck, this is it. I'm gonna fucking die. And the thing is, during that entire battle, you feel for the rebels. You feel you feel them losing.
He's the biggest blocking tank
It's the
ever.
biggest game of David versus Goliath ever, and that's what the prequels, not the prequels, the original trilogy is.
Yeah.
It's basically this small group of people trying to take down this this behemoth of an empire.
And they only get away with it by the skin of their fucking teeth.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. The rebellion, they can't replace ships as fast as the Empire can. The Empire, they churn these things out. They have fucking stormtroopers. And also, around this time, because I'm pretty sure this is between episode 3 and 4.
Yeah, dude, this thing happened like an hour before it ended an hour before episode 4
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah.
Because you saw the ship.
Majority of those stormtroopers that you saw are all Fett clones. Majority of them are all. Half of those you saw were Fett. Half of them, because at that time, they were still Fett clones. Because I have a feeling this is maybe 6 months or so after Order 66.
No, dude, no.
You wouldn't say 6 months?
It took like 6 years to complete the Death Star.
Are you sure? Because actually,
Yeah.
no, you might be right. You're
All the
actually
Fett
right.
clones are eliminated at this point. Because didn't they,
No, because all the Fett clones at this point are still around. Because by the time the Death Star explodes in towards episode 5, you're starting to see more die out. Because in episode 5, those clones that are with Vader are the 501st. What's left of them.
Yeah.
Obviously, guys, final grade on Rogue One.
That's a solid A.
Say 8.
That's a solid A.
On a scale from 1 to 10.
On a scale of 1 for 10,
1 through 10, yes.
I'm
10
saying
being,
9.
10 being great, 1 being
it had
6.
great tension. You felt the character development was flawless. For the time that it I think, how long was that movie? What time we go in there? 6:15?
Yeah, it was 2 hours.
2 hours. For a 2-hour movie, to get that good amount of character development to the point where you can
Where you feel
connect
the
with characters,
Yeah, where you
Good
connect
God.
with the characters.
that's a good thing.
And you
it
feel
had
like you know them.
it had a good sense of tension. You felt
Yes.
it. You felt every ounce of it.
So where would you put it on a chart? 1 to 10.
1 through 10.
I don't want movie hype for me to give it a 10. I don't want the hype for me to give it a 10.
That's why I said 9. Like, looking at it from a professional standpoint.
If I saw it maybe
9.
3 or more times, and I just sat down just to review it,
Thank you, dog.
then I would probably put it somewhere low,
Right there.
somewhere else. But as of right now, from what I can see as it is right now, it's a 9. It's a solid 9.
I will say 9.5, yes.
It's a solid 9. If I go by and review it, watch it more, see it on DVD, I might put it at a 10 because it's perfect.
And what made it
It's
better?
real good.
And what made it better is that it was in 3D and when they went into hyperspeed,
Yes.
was the best part.
Yes, and watching a Star Wars movie in 3D is always the best way.
Yes.
If you're watching it in 2D, I don't know what you're thinking.
Yeah, you're missing a whole lot of shit.
But
some people can afford to.
There's the Master Grip.
and for this movie, I want to see, and I know there's going to be movies after this that take place like that shows young Han Solo or Obi-Wan. I want a movie with Obi-Wan. I want it. Earl McGregor wants it as well. He said he'd be willing to reenact his role as Obi-Wan again. And I'm comfortable with that.
I want to fucking see a movie with like young Django.
Django or Boba?
Django. Young Django.
You probably won't.
Yeah, I know.
Because Django, he was on Mandalore before he went to Camino. And they just started calling him.
Oh yeah, all he did was undergo training.
Boba, I see more likely.
Yeah, Boba was.
We'll probably, if not, they'll make a video game for him. They'll make a game.
They were in the making of a game.
Oh, I know.
There was like it was a whole Fett game. Like it was good.
And
When did all the Fett clones die? Episode 6.
by episode 6, they're barely any. They're barely any.
There's a couple, but that's about it.
Couple, but they're barely any. Maybe like 5%. There's like barely any clones left.
And by the time the First Order's around, there's no clones at all.
No, absolutely not. Not that I can see. No.
What was your guys' reaction when you saw the Death Troopers?
I love their design.
Yeah, I
Love their design.
always loved the design of Death Troopers.
Love the damn design.
Was it better than the old design?
It makes them more intimidating.
Yes.
It makes them stand out from the more standard stormtroopers.
It's like
For Death Troopers, absolutely. Like
It makes them
they're
more
supposed-
intimidating. They're supposed to like strike even more fear to your opponent.
Yeah, I like their new design. Like I always thought of the Death Troopers as kind of like an MP.
Yeah,
the way
when-
they were designed in the old
When
way.
you see them, you thinking like, shit, those motherfuckers are elite.
Yeah.
their costumes were almost as intimidating.
Think
as
of the elites from Halo. Basically
shit.
that.
Yeah, they're
basically that.
Oh god.
Their color scheme. Like you've got the blues and the reds, and then you get to the whites and silvers.
Yeah, and then you're like, shit.
And then you get to that one motherfucking gold one
Yeah.
that no one ever fucks with.
No. And damn it. And Jonathan told me this before the movie came out, because when I wanted him to see it, he didn't think it would be good. He needs to see it, because he said this. If it doesn't have, he said these exact words. If the Star Wars movie does not have Jedi in it, it's not going to be good. This proves him wrong.
Yeah, I
This
like
proved him wrong.
I really did. I like
The fear that you feel seeing a damn AT-AT coming up to you.
Oh,
If you thought it was
yeah.
bad in episode 5, it's worse than this.
Oh,
You're a
yeah.
damn 10-man group, and you see a fucking walker coming at you.
Oh god.
And you shoot a rocket at the thing, and I saw you snicker at that part. It just turns back around and looks at
It
you.
just
Like, what the fuck was that? Are you
Right.
fucking sitting here?
Shit.
Yeah, he's like, oh shit, we should run.
Yeah.
We should be panicking.
And I love that they finally started using those like plasma turrets again.
Yeah.
That's the coolest fucking thing I've ever seen in Star Wars.
Also, the weapon designs, I loved them.
Oh yeah,
They were going by pretty fast, but I like the weapon design.
yeah. They were really good.
Did you guys like seeing like the first few minutes of episode 4 at the end of Rogue One?
Yes.
I loved it.
Like Darth Vader chewing through Rebels and Princess Leia getting the tape.
Yeah, because the tension out there was its highest. And then when you see Princess Leia, you're like, oh my god, it all makes sense.
Yeah. You definitely have to watch this one in order now.
You have to.
Yeah. Okay. What would the order be now?
It would be
It's
episode
1,
1, 2, 3,
3,
Rogue One, 4, 5, 6, 7, Awaken.
Yeah.
Straight down the line.
Okay. Where would you put it in the machete? Do you guys know what the machete theory?
Yeah, I know what the machete order is.
4, 5, 6, 2 and 3 as a flashback, and 1 and skip 1.
Right.
Where would you put it in the machete theory?
Rogue 1, 4, 5, 6, and then watch 2 and 3 as a flashback.
Yeah.
Okay. Where would you put Force Awakens in the machete theory? After
You just put 4, 5, or Rogue 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then watch 2 and 3.
If you have a top 3 favorite Star Wars movies, what would you put it at in the top 3?
I put it as number 2.
Number 2?
It goes Empire, number 2, and then Clone Wars.
For me, it would have to be at number 3.
I'd have to put it at 2.
Episode 5 will be at number 2, and episode 3 will have to be at my number 1. I say episode 1. Not episode 1. I say episode 3 for these reasons. You get to know the Jedi so well.
Yeah, and it had a much darker theme, and I know you like.
Yes, seeing the Jedi fall. Seeing their mistakes.
Yeah.
Seeing that this all could have potentially been prevented.
Yeah, it shows you more.
Knowing that,
area.
and how far Anakin fell. Seeing the battle between Obi-Wan and Anakin.
Yeah, and it wasn't really fail, it was more like change.
Yes.
Episode 3, in turn, showed a more gray area.
You're right.
Kind of like what Assassin's Creed did in Black Flag.
Right.
It showed this big gray area of Assassins and Templars.
What is right? What is good?
Yeah.
That's what it says.
Assassin's Creed Rogue did that really well, too.
Is there too much light or is there too much dark?
Yeah. Like, and I like episode 2 because it's written more like Rogue One. It's like a war story.
Right.
And I really appreciate that. And, you know, you get to see Yoda kick ass, and what's not good about that?
That's true. So seeing what really the Civil War was through the soldiers' eyes was better. It's really good. You don't have what they have in the Clone Wars. You don't have Jedi being there to save you. There's no Jedi now.
Yeah.
You're just a soldier with a blaster rifle.
It's like what Halo did with ODST,
yes.
But they actually succeeded
yes.
in it instead of
yes.
ODST.
Because you're not a Spartan. You're not a damn super soldier. No, you're a human. You're a human going against an unstoppable alien force.
Yeah. And this was the second best one in my opinion.
It is.
Okay, going back to Rogue One, who is your favorite character?
It has to be Jen. It has to be. I loved her development. For the short time that we saw her, for maybe 2 hours.
C2SO.
Yes! He's a second. The blind one's a third. But yes, I loved his lines. And the way his voice came out saying those lines is spectacular.
Did anyone think it was Jim Parsons actually, like, voice acting him?
A little bit.
It sounded like Sheldon from The Big Bang Theory.
Yeah,
a little bit.
I think it might be. We have to look up on IMDb.
Yeah, okay, yeah. But he was like Chewbacca and C-3PO put into one.
He was the brunt of the comedy relief.
Yeah, and he was just like...
Just nailed it. Just nailed it.
Well, like hitting clones. Dead. Dead.
How'd you guys like the brief cameo of C-3PO and R2-D2?
I loved it. It was
good throwback.
And I like to see the throwback of the dudes from the cantina.
Yeah.
It was pretty fucking good. Damn.
Yeah.
I knew this one was going to have a shit ton of references in it.
Oh, yeah. It had to.
Yeah.
You have to.
And it was really good.
So that now we have episode, 8?
Yes.
Yep.
We have 8 coming out. Do you think it'll top it?
No. I don't think it would.
You think that a movie that takes place between episode 3 and 4 is gonna people are gonna find it better than the new one?
Yes.
I think in the new one, my theory here is, because I saw the turn in Kylo Ren, I think he's gonna go fucking nuts.
I see it.
I think, it's gonna go beyond the point of Anakin. He's just gonna go berserk.
I honestly believe you on that. And if we go back to Rogue One for a second, it's that I kind of didn't notice the plans. And when they said, I think it was Jediah, right?
Yeah.
It brought me flashback because they said they were capturing kyber crystals. Now, what threw me off is that I only thought kyber crystals was developed on Ilum, where you could find them.
No, Ilum is where the Jedi go.
That's where the Jedi go, and that's what I got confused on.
Okay, yeah.
Kyber crystals are found almost
everywhere.
Everywhere almost.
But they're really focused on Ilum.
Yeah. And that's where that's what Jyn had on her neck. That was a kyber crystal.
That was an Ilum kyber crystal.
Yeah, that is. I believe.
But that first shot from the Death Star.
Yes.
Oh my
that
God.
was pretty.
I don't know much about movies, but in terms of cinematography, fucking amazing.
Yes, there was like the tension. It going back.
When they were trying to get out of the way
Yeah.
of that first Death Star shot,
Yes,
they
like,
just kicked that shit into hyperspeed.
yeah, it goes back from the shot to the hologram shot, hologram shot.
Yeah.
And that's what made it more tense about the. That's what made it so.
Yeah, we're
But yeah,
like even people that aren't even in it are like, fucking go. You gotta go right the fuck now.
yeah, and the ending.
Like you feel like you're there with them.
The ending
Yeah.
scene with Jen and Cassian, I loved it. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It was beautiful.
It almost brought me to tears. Not gonna lie. It almost
Same,
brought me to
because
tears.
it's like
Yeah,
I feel sad that they died,
like, you
but I know.
And then you just like they
But
accepted
like
it.
after you know that they die, you know what they did actually turned the tide of the entire war.
Yeah.
That
They
it
actually
all
won the
they
war.
won it.
Yeah,
That their
but-
deaths didn't go in vain, and that's what you feel about every rebel in the movie. That like all of them, all these brave souls,
The fleet of Rogue One won
Yeah.
the war.
basically. If it wasn't for Rogue One, I don't think the Death Star would be destroyed.
No, it would still be there wreaking havoc.
Yeah.
So, what kind of emotions were you guys feeling at the ending scene of Jen and the other guy before they died?
Cassian.
Cassian.
Jen and Cassian.
Okay, what was the emotions you were feeling?
I think me and him both were like,
I was just
they did well.
I was sad, honestly, for both.
I was feeling sad, anger, freaking every other emotion.
I was like, they've accepted their fate, and they have done everything they could have done.
Yeah.
You could feel the chemistry between them. You know that they wanted to fall in love so bad, but they just couldn't escape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now when we got to that final scene where Vader, when they're trying to get the plans out,
Yes.
and the tension's at its max,
Yes. Max tension.
I was like, oh my God, they're not gonna get it in time. They're not gonna get it in time. Even though I know Episode 4 happens, they get it.
Yeah.
It's like I forget all about that. I'm like, they're not gonna get it in time. They're not gonna get it in time. He's gonna fucking kill all of them.
Key moment, the door eating jam.
That's I was like, fuck.
And he cut through
Fuck.
the fucking door. He
Fuck.
fucking
He cut through it. I'm like, fuck.
Like,
Fuck.
it
Fuck.
split open, and he cut it like fucking butter.
Yes.
I was like, dude.
Oh,
It's
God.
like, fuck.
The door getting jammed.
And he's like, help us, help us.
Phenomenal.
It's like the freaking Titanic
Yes.
before it sinks.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's where I was
It's like
thinking
the
that
fucking
came from.
Titanic before it sinks.
It was like,
They're like,
oh
help,
my
help, we
God.
can't get out. So he just nonchalantly just hands it off to the other person on the other side, hoping that he can get it to the Rebel Alliance before he dies.
Yeah, you right. Oh my God.
God damn. I gotta pick up some.
You do that.
Okay.
It was fucking good.
Me and Josh will keep the conversation going in here, if we can.
Oh.
So Josh, just mere minutes after the movie, how do you feel?
I'm still
In shock.
very much. Even though I know how the ending was, I swear to you, I really didn't want the whole team of Rogue One to die.
Okay, do you think that, going back to The Force Awakens, do you think it lived up to the hype that they put on it?
For The Force Awakens?
Yes, The Force Awakens. Episode 7. Do you think it lived up to the hype that they made it out to be?
In my opinion, I think it did good. I like it. I still think it's a good start to the series. J.J. Abrams did good.
Yes.
Now, the question is, can he top something that, in terms of timeline, came before it?
I don't think so. Like, The Force Awakens put me in a big disappointment because it didn't live up to all the hype.
And
I think J.J. Abrams went overboard on this one. Like, everybody's dying.
and it was, oh my God.
So, Jess, I'm going to ask you the same thing I asked Josh.
What?
Mere minutes after the movie, how do you feel about, how are you feeling?
My feeling, like, I was like, this is, like, I felt it when they were on the ship. Like, when he said, send a boarding party. That's when I knew it
Same.
cut into episode 4. I was like,
Yes.
I already know what the fuck's about to happen.
The infamous scene from the beginning of 4.
And I think now that we know how that happens, it gives the original trilogy even more legitimacy as like the best. And part of me hopes they get. This is a long shot. I doubt it will happen.
So, Joseph, do you think The Force Awakens lived up to the hype that it was put that the commercials put on it?
The Force Awakens?
Yes.
I don't think so.
Yes, I think everybody that went to the theater and left were in disappointment because it didn't live up to as much
And it
hype
wasn't
as they put
severe
on.
disappointment.
It wasn't. I mean, I feel like it was good.
But it felt too much like a drama.
Yeah, it was a light disappointment, but still, it didn't live up to all the hype that Disney, Lucas, and everybody else.
It was
put
too
under it.
deep of a movie to kickstart
Yeah.
the series again.
Yeah,
I-
you start off light.
I think it did a job up to a point. It did a good job up to a point.
Yeah.
It served its purpose of at least giving us a foundation.
But it kind of fell flat after Han died.
Yeah.
Like, that was the most suspenseful scene, and then it was just kind of, like, dull from there.
Yeah.
Rogue One has what Force Awakens doesn't.
But the best scene after Han dies is R2-D2 coming back and giving the rest of the map out to Rey and everybody else. So nowhere.
But what the Force Awakens what Rogue One has that Force Awakens doesn't is tension.
Tension and character development. Like, you don't really feel a lot of emotions going through the character.
I connect with Rey
Like,
a little bit.
Her and Finn are about the only people that you can really get into and feel. But everybody.
yeah, and look, with
I
Kylo,
wouldn't-
it's
I
like,
wouldn't need-
hey,
Kylo, I don't
it was like, hey, I'm Ben Solo.
I
have
don't
issues.
understand
That
his
was about
character that
it.
much. Basically, I don't understand his character that much. What is his motivation? Is to become the next Darth Vader? Is that his motivation?
Then he'd have to lose an arm and have a kid.
If there's one thing I like, is Snoke. You don't know anything about him. I like his character. You don't know a damn thing about him.
I'm still saying it's Darth Plagueis.
There's a possibility on that.
Because Snoke's a Duro, Darth Plagueis was a Duro. Duros don't die.
No.
And they don't die, but it said Darth Plagueis had power over death itself because of Sith alchemy.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm saying, even though Darth Sidious said he killed him, he said he had power over death itself. So he might not have been as dead as Darth Sidious thought he was.
No.
I mean, when you know Sith alchemy, the dead have trouble staying that way.
Yeah. I mean, I have good hope for Episode 8. I have a feeling that there are going to be some things that are going to change in Episode 8.
They're doing something right with Rogue One. This gives me
Rogue
hope.
One gives me hope for.
I lost a little hope for the Star Wars series when I saw The Force Awakens. I'm not gonna lie.
It lost a lot last year after it went to Disney. Like,
Yeah.
with these 3-4 hour movies,
Like,
Disney can't really handle that much. They're used to an hour and a half.
And I
2 hour
think
movie.
what Rogue One kind of showed.
you guys hot?
Yeah. What Rogue One showed. You don't need a long movie to get your point across.
Yeah. It was a good 2 hours.
And they put this movie in the perfect time frame for this movie. It was perfect.
Yeah, really.
Yes. It starts
Because
out.
this is a crucial turning point in the series.
Yes. Like the biggest point ever in Star Wars history. The biggest turning point ever. And because I'm someone who likes the legends.
Yeah.
And I understand 100% why Disney just threw it away. Because there were so many books and stories that were already there, characters that were already developed, that it would be hard to make a movie from that. I understand
Yeah, you got a point.
that. I understand that. But that is not an excuse to try to not lay a good foundation. Don't get me wrong, The Force Awakens is an okay foundation. It's not a good foundation. It's okay. It's decent.
But what they can do after that is what matters.
Thank you.
Now, with Episode 8 coming out,
They've got to bounce off Rogue One. They
have
really
to.
do. Like, they've already set the groundwork for what we can see in movie production.
Yes, because Rogue One, I have a feeling if you're a fan and you don't like Rogue One, oh my God, what the hell is wrong with you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like really.
What the hell is wrong
I
with you?
thoroughly
Again.
enjoyed Rogue One.
If you don't like it, watch it again.
All right, get a damn TV, 2 of them. Put them in your damn room. Put Rogue One on one, Awakens on the other. I want you to watch both of them.
And you tell us which one.
You're gonna focus more
Rewind.
on Rogue One.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Which one's gonna have your heart beating more, Awakens or Rogue One?
Force Awakens might be longer, but Rogue One is the best one out of the two.
Yeah. Out of the new movies, Rogue One.
And like,
Top
it
ten.
shows you how much content you can pack into 2 hours.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, without, like, overstuffing. Like, every end was tied up perfect. Like, if you've seen the rest of the movies, that is.
Yeah.
Every end was tied up perfect. There was just enough suspense. There was just enough character development and emotion. It was really good. Like, I enjoyed it.
So how did you feel when STO2 died and he had to lock both, and he had to lock them into the cellar?
Well, 1, I was sad, and 2, I was like, well, it's time for Thunder Boss battle. I felt it.
Yeah.
Felt it.
You knew.
Felt it.
Yeah, I was like, I knew it was about to happen, because, like, when you get hit more than once in a Star Wars movie, you're dead.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, no, there was the second shot, no.
Yeah, like, that's it. That's game.
But he was a total badass for as long as he was alive.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
During the entire hour and a half that he was alive, he was badass. He was funny and badass.
Yeah, and like I said, it's like C-3PO and Chewbacca mixed together.
Yes.
Yes. The two badass out of the two is the blind guy and STO2.
Let me see.
Because he has because the blind guy has a fucking crossbow and hits everybody.
He's fucking blind. That makes it better.
Yes.
That's another thing leading you to see that he was force sensitive.
That's even more evidence for it, and I strongly
Like,
think he is.
Like when they showed the Walker, I was betting all my money that he would just hit through the window and hit the driver.
Yeah.
I was like, please God. And it didn't happen, but I was not dissatisfied because I saw that iron torpedo come and rip the fucking head off that.
And oh my God, this is why Y-Wings are the greatest ship ever created. Holy shit, those ion torpedoes destroy everything.
They really do.
Alright, this is coming from someone who plays Star Wars Empire at War. And damn it, those fucking Star Destroyers with their damn shield generators, if you don't protect your bombers, kids, guess what? You're fucked! So get as many damn Y-Wings as you can get.
Yes, God, I remember Empire at War, and I remember 90% of my fleet was Y-Wings. That's why I won.
You use
all the
Y-Wings
time.
to go in, you have X-Wings there, you have A-Wings to get rid of the interceptors, you destroy them, boom, bang,
Dude, I
you
never
win.
even had A-Wing. I never had A-Wing.
A-Wings are amazing.
I just used ion torpedoes on everything.
Because you keep the X-Wings to protect your main ships, and the A-Wings literally just destroy every TIE fighter in their wake.
Yeah, I always did like a pincer attack with
It's
Y-Wings.
delicious.
I did a pincer attack with Y-Wings, and it was the shit. Like,
Delicious.
what you did is you kept just a line of them up front in front of your main,
Right.
and you bring the other two around, and it just rapes every
Yes,
shield.
I know what you're talking about. And I think Jesse can agree with me on this, because we both played Battlefront. That last scene where Vader's cutting through the rebels, it meant you had flashbacks in Battlefront, it meant.
Yes.
When you see Darth Vader just coming up to you.
When you're on
walking.
fucking, it wasn't Kashyyyk, it was Endor in the Sith base.
Uh-huh.
When you're in that one corridor where there's no doors, and one of them,
He's just walking towards
either
you.
Vader or it's either Vader or Luke. When they come towards you, you're just like, no, please no, don't do it.
And I honestly think that's what makes Vader such an intimidating character, and I think that's what makes Vader better than what he was when he was Anakin.
Yeah,
Vader is 100% intimidating.
because like you never see Vader make any quick moves,
You don't.
and he doesn't need.
And like, you anticipate so little out of him. You think, oh, he's so big and bulky, he's not going to kill you. Guess again.
He doesn't need to move fast. He doesn't need to be light.
That's the thing. Even though Vader doesn't have the quickness and, like, giftedness that he had when he was Anakin, he amplifies that with his ability in the Force as Vader.
Like,
He doesn't even
he
need to
trades
move.
power for skill.
Yes, he doesn't need his. He doesn't need to use his hands to damn force choke you. He has his hands at his sides.
Yeah, he's like he doesn't need to stretch it out or anything. He's just like.
And also, when Vader first appeared in the first scene in Rogue One, I was like, yes, yes. But another thing I need to ask, and I know you saw it. What was Vader in a Was Vader in a Bacta tube?
Yeah.
Okay, just cool. So Josh, when those two Star Destroyers just fucking destroyed each other, your reaction?
I'm mad that I couldn't do that in Empire War. First of all, that pisses me off that I can't do that. Someone needs to make a mod for that shit. And also, I was like, because when I first saw it, I was like, Jesse told me to get off the top of my seat. I was like, no way. No way.
And from that point on, your mouth was over.
Yes, I was like,
your head was over your mouth.
I was like, oh my God, they didn't.
And
they didn't. Like, holy shit.
Tell me they did not just do that.
I was like, fucking Christ, they did. It was fucking amazing. It has to be the best scene out of Star Wars I've seen so far.
Yes.
It was fucking amazing. Damn it! If I keep saying this, I'm gonna want to give it a 10, but I have to keep it at a 9.
I sure you don't want to put it at 9.5 like I did.
I should. I really should. I really should. A 9.5 would be great. But then if I keep thinking about it, I'm like, oh my God, I want to put it at a 10. Damn it! Now I can't say spoilers to Jonathan or Tucker because they haven't seen it yet.
Great. Okay. So Josh, going past Star Wars for a minute and going on to the new Assassin's Creed movie, how do you feel? How do you think that's gonna do?
I think it'll do good. I'm gonna go see it.
Like, this is the very first. This is not the very first, but the first in a while of a movie copying a game. Like, they did it with Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat sucked ass.
In actuality, it doesn't have.
They did a new one that's forgot what it was called. Anyway, do you think it's gonna do better than Mortal Kombat?
I'm hoping it'll be good. I hope that it'll at least get rid of the dark history that we already have in terms of games becoming movies. Some did it right, can do it right, some can't.
Yes,
and that's the problem.
Yeah, they've been working on this new FNAF movie that everyone's waiting for to see how good or bad it is. But
the bad thing with what the history of video games becoming movies is, you immediately expect it to flop.
Yeah, especially after Mortal Kombat, you automatically assume flop.
What?
What do you think about the Assassin's Creed movie? Think it'll be good?
Oh, hold on, think of it. What I think it's gonna be like?
Yeah.
Yes, what do you think it's gonna be like?
I don't think it's gonna live up to the hype of the games.
You don't think so? So you think it'll be just another game turned into a movie?
It's not gonna be a Mortal Kombat, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna be a Mortal Kombat.
But you think it's gonna be bad?
I don't think it's gonna be bad. I think it's gonna be meh.
Part of me thinks it'll probably be average.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it's gonna be okay.
It won't leave you with that, oh my God, they didn't make more of these.
No. I don't think it's gonna end up like that.
And that's the kind of fear with games becoming movies. That's why you don't see many people do it anymore. Think of damn Dragon Ball Evolution.
Don't talk about that.
Alright?
Don't.
I'm just going to say a few words about it. You know why no one makes any more live-action type movies for Dragon Ball? Because they won't. Why do you... Thank God they made Battle of Gods animated.
Last Airbender, Dragon Ball Evolution, and the fucking Attack on Titan movie.
Yeah.
They all sucked.
Now, I kind of have hope for the Sonic the Hedgehog movie because the creator of Deadpool is making it. So I have very high hopes for that.
I got a small glimmer of hope for the Assassin's Creed movie, though.
Same.
Because I feel like it'd be like if you put Mirror's Edge in a movie.
Yeah.
Mirror's Edge in a movie would be a hell of a movie.
I love Mirror's
Like,
Edge.
the trailer for Assassin's Creed, they're good, but do you think...
the movie. It's different from a trailer to the movie.
The trailer and movie are two different things.
Yeah, but think about it. Anything Assassin's Creed is going to be kind of like the Bourne movies.
Basically.
Like, yeah, it's going to be the Bourne movies with a lot more parkour.
Yeah.
That, like, it's not hard to screw... It's kind of hard to screw them up.
Also, there's going to be because once I start dissecting the movie in the trailers...
Making a bad Assassin's Creed movie is like fucking up scrambled eggs. Like, you can do it, but it's pretty fucking hard.
Yeah.
And yes, I know your dad screwed up scrambled eggs, Marcus.
Where's your dad's school?
Where there's a will, there's a way.
How the hell is that even possible?
Alright. It's possible, it's just very hard.
Oh, I made omelets this morning. That was fun.
So did my sister.
Today was my first time touching my hand at omelets. They tasted good. They didn't look that great.
Hey, as long as it tastes good, that's all that matters.
Oh, my favorite feeling on earth is eating something that looks awful and tastes amazing.
Yes.
Like, it's like when you open one of those Ferrero Rocher
Yeah.
balls, you're like, what the fuck is this? Holy shit.
Yeah.
Do you have those two videos? Well, I know this one and Force Awakens.
Funny story. I uploaded that one to YouTube. For the entire world to see.
What's the name of it right now?
Katie's blowing up my phone.
I'll show you when we get in there so we can watch on the big screen. on this flat screen.
Alright. Probably gotta be here for maybe like a couple minutes because Mom's thinking something.
So Josh, are you going back home tonight?
Pad roast. What? It's a pad roast. Oh, shut up. Oh, see, it's I said pad. Oh, that's the thing. Pad roast. What do you think I was eating when you came in? Hey, Mom. Hey, Dad. Hello.
It's hard not to laugh. That was Evil Mark with Evil Panda Studios. And goodbye.